All right. Let me know when to push
I may
tweet.
or may I may or may not be wearing black here because of the death of my chances in the picks here. We'll see what happens. But nonetheless, folks, no rants, just football. It's time for predictions. Yeah, down by 6. 7 games to go. 8 teams left. What am I got to do to salvage my image after all this, JB?
There's always a nice jacket in your closet that you can wear out on the sideline to get the Sparkle Man chance going. That always works for you, I think.
That's the image I have, huh? Oh boy, I'm screwed. Anyway, anything to say before we jump into these? The Coach McNeil interview was great. Thanks to Fran and company over at Cortland for helping us get everything together. With that, we also enjoyed having Coach Milne. Coach, listen, if you win, and we'll predict it coming up here, you're going to have to tell your wife to make that chili next week so I can get a sample of it if I go down to Muhlenberg next Saturday. You got to win first, and then you got to convince her to make the chili with those mystery ingredients. I can only imagine what they are, and maybe I should just keep imagining. JB, when are you going to get up for a game? I mean, everybody's asking, where's JB?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just it's a little tricky with the schedule we've got going on here, but one of these days.
Here we go, folks. We are going to begin with a little bit of music, a little bit more music. If I can get to my computer, there we go. People are daring to message me while we're going into this mode. Can you believe this? It's lightning predictions time, folks. Live. You can't bother me right now because we have to pick Whitewater at Mary Hardin Baylor. You know what? I've made you start the last few weeks here. I will start. I think there comes a point where, yes, getting tested as a team is important. I'll talk more about that in one of them coming up here. I think for Whitewater, they are probably more dinged up than UMHB at this point. And we saw that Mary Hardin Baylor's defense is no slouch. They're actually doing better than Whitewater's defense. But then you have to look at nature of opponent. And you talked about that the other day. I still think that Mary Hardin Baylor has a slight edge in this game. Very slight, in fact. By the tune of 24-21, Mary Hardin Baylor.
Yeah, originally I was going to pick the Warhawks in this one just based on some of the struggles that we've seen UMHB go through, but just feels like with some of the ups and downs that Whitewater's had, the fact that they're only winning games by about 15 points on average, and new quarterback, I just think the defense is going to hold serve here, and Mary Hardin Baylor is going to win this one, say 27-17.
Are you sure you don't want to pick Whitewater?
For now, yeah.
I mean, James, Whitewater's a really great team. I think you should pick Whitewater.
Okay, well, I'll think about it. We'll see.
Oh. So much for that one. St. John's at Wheaton is next. You start this time and watch me just go against everything you say. Here we go.
Yeah. See, the most balanced offense in the playoffs against the best quarterback in the playoffs. Although Brock Rutter might have something to say about that. I think the Thunder, their defense is going to probably make a few more plays at the end of the day. It's going to be a close one, but I see the Thunder hanging on 31-28.
Did you say Brock Rutter was going to make more plays?
No, I said the Wheaton defense.
Okay, just making sure. I was getting confused there. I'm very easily confused in lightning predictions. In fact, I think we were so confused I picked the wrong team in the Montclair games 5 times, so I should get credit back for those. Could I? Yeah, could you mark those, please?
Yep.
Boy. Experience matters. St. John's. I think it's just until Jackson Erdman loses, in a playoff game other than Mary Hardin Baylor, I have to believe in him. He's playing better, it looks like, in the playoffs than he did in the regular season. It's like he's the NBA quarterback in my book here. He waits for the playoffs to really start uncorking it fully. He'll play to win in the regular season games, but when it comes to playoffs, it's ice water time. Erdman and company win this one. I think we actually have a lot of offense in this game. 37-31. How's that for a score? And no, I'm not just picking this to be a contrarian on your pick. I actually believe that. Delaware Valley at North Central. Tell you what, we just saw the graphic. You showed it to me, and for those that are red-green colorblind, we're sorry for that fact because you probably couldn't see anything in that thing. But Del Val put out a defense wins championships little infographic about the number 1 and number 2 defenses in the country, which happen to belong to these two teams. Del Val number 2, North Central number 1, and the categories are showing there. So, here's the deal. I think what we saw last week was North Central is a very good team, but that Mount Union had not been tested. And sometimes you can catch a team that's not tested defensively in a way that will put them on the run there. Let's face it, the offense didn't lose the game. The defense just didn't show up in time in that game until the fourth quarter, but it was too late for Mount Union. North Central will get points in this game. Delaware Valley will get more. That's the way it's going to work because that's the way it has to work for somebody in this game. Del Val wins it 27-25.
25. All right.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's just funny, because I think I was convinced that pretty much everybody, including you, would pick North Central because hey, they're the Midwest team and they're the home team and they've got this crazy offense. But yeah, let's go. Let's roll with the Aggies, man. I mean, I picked against them. They proved me wrong. So maybe they want me to pick against them so that. It worked last time, guys. Maybe I should pick North Central just because of that. But I believe in the Aggies. I think they'll have a good shot here. Close game, like I said. Defense will make a few plays and they'll hang on. Say 28-24.
So, are you sure you don't want to pick North Central in this game, JB? I mean, I'm just saying. Are you sure?
I live in Chicago. Okay, here you go, Frank. I'll pick North Central to win. The offense is going to come back.
You got to back it somehow, though. So you can't just do that. But I fully giving you a chance here. What are you going to do?
All right. I mean, they average almost 600 yards of offense a game. Del Val only has 390. Something, their defense is going to make some plays. I just feel like North Central might wear them down. I don't know. So yeah, I'll go. I'll flip the tables, 42-21. North Central runs away late. There you go.
That's what I used to do with Union games back when. Pick against them just so I was basically hedging my life, basically, at that point. Oh, look at that. We don't have a fourth game, apparently. There we go. Muhlenberg at Salisbury. You're starting this one, big guy, and I do not envy you to have to start this one. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is going to be more of a defensive game than I think people realize. I think the Muhlenberg quarterback, it's what H is silent, right? Natkowski. He's going to throw for a lot of touchdowns against the Seagulls defense. I think the Mules are on a mission, and Coach Milne, a fellow Hobart guy, is going to do enough to, along with Coach David, to keep this option offense in check. Mules will hang on 35-31.
It would help if we change the bottom line here to reflect what we're really doing in this show.
Second round, yeah, quarterfinals. There you go. That's week 14. Right. Okay. Day late, dollar short, Frank. What's the story of my life? What are you going to do?
There we go. On the fly. Oh, boy. You know, I don't know if we're going to have prediction shows, so this would probably be the last one. We'll just do predictions somehow in the body of the real show. So why not end with that kind of mistake? Anyway, look, you picked whom? What was your score?
Mules. 35-31.
Yeah, well, that's great. I was going to pick them. Damn it.
You were.
Look, I've lost this thing already. Trying to see if I can rationalize picking Salisbury in my mind right now. And it's tough because when you play the game in your head, you know, like those computer simulations do 18 times or something like that, it's tough to give the nod to Salisbury because of Muhlenberg's defense so far, but it's who you play.
Yeah.
Muhlenberg wins it 17-10. I actually think that's going to be the issue here, that they're going to figure out a way to stop the run on Salisbury and have enough guys in the backfield there to pick off a couple passes at key times to keep that score down and almost force Salisbury to become a pass-only team later on in the game. That's going to be the key, I think, here. Muhlenberg needs to jump out and force them into the discomfort zone that they have not been in all season, really, except maybe at some point in the Wesley game, but not really, because I don't think they really trailed Wesley by much. So Muhlenberg wins it, like I said, 17-10. There you go. Folks, like I said, as we struggled with our on-screen graphics there, this is probably the last time we're doing a prediction show, per se. We'll put it into the body of our host chat and tail of the tape shows in the next couple of weeks. We only have two shows, two host chat shows and two tail of the tape shows left. And then we're going to go into postseason mode after that and tell you about all the staff changes, major staff changes and whatnot in Division 3. You know, we are coming to the close of the season. Our numbers are dwindling because of it. We get it. It happens. We will still be producing quality stuff for you so you can see how we got to where we are at the end of each week. Yeah, quality. At least we got it right in the end. And you know, later on, one of us would be like, "Oh crap, we didn't change it." Yeah, well, we didn't for a long time. Yeah, crap happens here, and nonetheless, we are thrilled that you've been with us all season. Stay with us for a couple more shows or a few more shows as we get you to the Stag Bowl. Because look, in our history, we have never had an East Region team host a semifinal game. We have never had an East Region team get to the Stag Bowl. One of those things, or both of those things, very well could happen over the next couple weeks. So stick with us here, folks, and let's see what happens. It's going to be exciting for an East Region show to actually have some representation in some way, shape, or form if it happens. Stay tuned. JB, see you later, and we will see you Monday, folks.
All right.